Have you ever stopped to think about the world of financial derivatives? It's this high-speed, high-stakes environment, and you gotta wonder what stops it all from just, spiraling into chaos. Well, it's definitely not magic. It's actually a really clever system of rules and guardians, and today we're gonna pull back that curtain and see exactly how it all works.
Right. So what's stopping the markets from being the Wild West, where anything goes? The answer, really, is a solid legal and regulatory framework. It's specifically designed to protect investors, people like you and me, and to keep the market stable. This framework, it's basically the bedrock of trust for our entire financial system.
So here's the game plan for our journey today. First, we're gonna look at the market's actual rulebook. Then, we'll meet the guardian who enforces those rules. We'll get into the specifics of trading, explore the safety net that guarantees every single trade, and finally, we'll see who's even allowed to be a member in the first place. Sound good? Let's get started. Okay, our journey starts way back with the Securities Contracts Regulation Act of 1956. You can think of this as the Constitution for India's securities markets. It's the foundational document that really brought order to trading, and pretty much all the other rules we're going to talk about are built right on top of it.
It's amazing what the power of a single definition can do. By simply amending the SCRA to officially include derivatives under the definition of securities, these super complex instruments were suddenly brought into the regulated world. This made them legal, it made them enforceable, and, honestly, it was a total game changer.
And this right here, this is the core safety mechanism. The law sets down two golden rules for derivatives trading. One, they have to be traded on a recognized exchange. And two, they must be settled through an approved clearinghouse. These two conditions are literally what separates a safe, regulated contract from what's basically just a risky private bet.
So, if the SCRA is the rulebook, then who's the referee? Well, that would be the Securities and Exchange Board of India, or as we all know it, SEBI. They're the official guardian of the market, and their whole job is to enforce the rules and make sure it's a fair playing field for everyone.
SEBI was set up back in 1992, and it has a really clear three-part mission: protect investors, promote the development of the market, and regulate it. Every single thing they do is aimed at hitting one of those core objectives. Basically, think of them as your personal watchdog in the market.
So how does SEBI actually get the job done? Well, as you can see, they have some pretty wide-ranging powers. They regulate all the major players, they have the power to flat-out prohibit fraud, and they can conduct inspections and audits to make sure everyone is playing by the rules. It's this whole system that keeps everything in check. All right, so we've met the rulebook and we've met the referee. Now let's get into the actual rules of the game. These are the regulations that govern the day-to-day business of trading, and they're all about ensuring fairness and transparency. This here shows the two big layers of accountability. On one hand, the exchanges themselves have to meet these really strict criteria. And on the other hand, the brokers, the people you actually deal with, have their own set of responsibilities, like knowing their clients and making absolutely sure they understand the risks involved. And listen, this isn't just some bureaucratic paperwork you have to sign and forget. The risk disclosure document is a genuinely vital tool for investor protection. Its entire purpose is to make sure you understand the risks before you put a single rupee into trading. It's all about informed consent. Okay, now let's talk about the unsung hero of the market, the clearing and settlement process. Ever wonder what happens after you click buy or sell? This is the incredible system that ensures the person on the other side of your trade actually holds up their end of the bargain. It is the ultimate safety net. The technical term for this is novation, and it is the absolute linchpin of market safety. The clearing corporation basically acts like an escrow service. It steps into the middle of every single trade. It becomes the buyer to every seller and the seller to every buyer. This guarantees the trade will be completed, even if one party defaults. It completely removes that counterparty risk. On top of that, the clearing corporation also collects margins, it constantly monitors open positions, and it makes sure your money is kept separate from your broker's money. And in a worst-case scenario where a broker fails, it can even transfer your positions to another healthy broker. It's a truly comprehensive risk management system, all designed to protect you. So, with all these rules, who actually gets to operate in this market? Well, it's not for everyone. The entry barriers are set pretty high, and that's on purpose. It's to protect the integrity of the whole system. Let's take a look at what it takes to become a member. Yeah, the requirements are really stringent. A clearing member, for instance, needs a net worth of at least 3 crore rupees. They have to put down significant collateral, and they need at least 2 certified professionals on staff. This ensures that only well-capitalized, competent players can even get in the door.
And here's the kicker. This shows you just how seriously these rules are taken. If a member defaults in the derivatives market, they are considered to have defaulted everywhere. All segments, all exchanges. This massive, system-wide consequence makes absolutely sure that members manage their risk with extreme care.
So, we've seen the rulebook, we've met the Guardian, we've looked at all the safety nets. The system is incredibly robust, for sure. But with all this protection in place for the market itself, what's the biggest risk that remains for you, the individual investor? Now that's something to think about. Thanks for joining me.